Welcome to Light Overheat with Professor David Imani. This week's a bit of a lighter video. Here I have recorded myself giving the instructions on how to make 3 different drinks, 2 cocktails and 1 mocktail that people might want to drink either while they're reading Gun Curious by themselves, or most especially I had in mind if you're doing some kind of book club or other gathering to read the book together. It's always great to have some refreshing drink to imbibe while you're doing that. Please enjoy these cocktail and mocktail recipes. Hey everyone, if you're like me and you are enjoying Gun Curious either by yourself or in a book club especially, I know you're going to want to enjoy something to drink alongside of it. So maybe you drink some sherry or you might drink some wine, but if you're like me, you're going to want to drink a cocktail. So let me give you a recipe for something I'm calling the Curiosity. Okay, let's begin with 4 parts of bourbon. Now, depending on your tastes, you can substitute rye. I'm using Eagle Rare. It's one of my favorites, but whatever you like to drink, or even whatever you have on hand, let's not get too precious about our cocktails. Okay, 4 parts bourbon. We're gonna go 1 part coffee liqueur. I'm using grind, but you could use something like Kahlua, which is very commonly owned in the United States. Here's where we get a little bit of spicy, smoky twist. I'm gonna add some mezcal. 1 part of mezcal. I'm using Netta mezcal, just finished a bottle, so this one's not yet open, but that's Netta mezcal. It's a really delicious mezcal. And then the final twist here is going to be a 1/2 part of Chinar. And this is an artichoke flavored liqueur. Very vegetal, very earthy, and just adds a little bit of complexity to the drink. So you can shake, you can stir, I don't care. Let's, again, not be too precious. We're just talking about recreational drinking here. So we'll give that a shake. I might ordinarily shake that longer, but we're doing this for social media. And if you like to have your drinks on the rocks, this is a fairly strong drink, so you might want to have that over ice, right? Or if you prefer the undiluted version, you can have that up like that. Plenty to go around. And I'm going to garnish that with just a little bit of grapefruit, like so. Just get a little essence of grapefruit in there. Now, this is a strong and complex cocktail. Goes well with Gun Curious, which is a strong and complex book about guns. Cheers. Okay, again, if you are reading Gun Curious by yourself or in a book club, here's another cocktail for you to go along with the Curiosity, which I've already done. This one is much more basic. It's a standard, actually, the Negroni. So here I'm using gunpowder Irish gin from the Curious Mind of P.J. Rigney. Thought that was appropriate. Nice thing about the Negroni, equal parts of gin. And then if you're a very bitter person like I am, you'll love Campari. So we're gonna go 1 part of Campari, and then the final component, any kind of sweet vermouth that you like. There's a lot of good ones out there, a lot of high-end and complex ones, or if you just have Martini and Rossi sitting around, use that. I don't care. I mean, we're just talking about having a drink and enjoying Gun Curious. So put those together here. If you wanna stir rather than shake, have at it. I like to shake. Again, we'll go abbreviated shake here. And Negroni typically served on the rocks. So I have one of those here. Some people prefer not to have their cocktails diluted with ice, and so we'll serve one up. Garnish either with orange slice, or I prefer just a hint of orange in the orange peel. One there, one here. And nice thing about the Negroni recipe, you can substitute rye whiskey for the gin and you have a Boulevardier, or you can even substitute mezcal for the rye or the gin and you have a cocktail. I don't know what the name is, but I know it's delicious. Cheers. Hey, if you are enjoying Gun Curious either by yourself or with your book club, you may want to have a drink that is non-alcoholic. Much respect for that. So here I have for you a drink that Sandy has concocted that she's calling the Dry Fire. And we're gonna go very simply. We've got some jalapeno peppers cut up in here. I started with them in there so I wouldn't get them on my hands. I'm gonna take just half an ounce of lime juice. Use how much lime juice, use how much jalapeno you want. I'm gonna take my muddler. I'm gonna muddle the jalapenos with the lime juice. Just a little bit like that. A little bit of ice on top of that here. There's some giant ice cubes. I maybe just use one. And then I'm going to use some good ginger beer. You can use crappy ginger beer if you want. I don't care. I like to use some good ginger beer like Fever Tree here. Just top it off like that. This is going to be especially nice if you're reading the book on your back porch in the summertime. I see lots of spiciness in there. Dry Fire. Cheers.